Hello and welcome to Market Insight. I am Lavina Emma. Now it's the start of a new week. It's a busy Monday morning. So let's start first of all by reviewing the stock market report with my guest Muhammed Jamiu Kayode. And we're going to discuss equity in the market report for last week ending 22nd March 2024. Next up, we will also discuss the renewable energy revolution and how it will affect the economy. So let's get right into perspective. So welcome to Market Insights, Muhammed Jamiu Kayode. I'm so happy to have you here this morning. I know, yes, you've been here again.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you too.
You. Yeah.
Okay, so last week, 22nd March 2024. Now, how did the market fare, first of all?
Last week, 22nd March, market ended in a negative territory. I mean, the market lose the index, which measured the general performance of the market, close in the negative. So in this kind of situation, if you want to review more or look into what happened last week more, you will realize that the market breadth also closed positive. What I mean by market breadth is the number of losers against and the number of gainers against the losers. Okay. So the market breadth close positive. So when you see ordinarily, when you see that kind of situation where you have higher number of stock gaining than the number of stock losing, you're supposed to have a kind of gaining in the market, ASI, gaining in ASI, which is general performance of the market. But the reverse is the case last week. We have higher number of gainers, but market close in the negative. This is because the way the index that measure the general performance of the market, the way it's being constructed, we have different method that is being used by different market in the world. But the one that is being used in Nigeria is what you call value-weighted index. Okay. What you say, when you say value-weighted index, the stocks that have that are high capitalization stock are meant to determine the general performance of the market generally than those stocks that have low capitalization. So that is exactly what happened yesterday. MTN lose about 10% last week, and because of the value-weighted index that our market is, it makes the market to go down, even though the number of stocks that gain went up. So that's the reason why we have what happened last week. We have gaining in the general, we have the market depreciated in the general performance of the market, but if you look at the number of gainers, it's higher than the number of losers. We have 50 gainers and we have 36 losers. That's what we have.
So the market closed, I can see why you're saying it closed on a positive note, because we had more.
The market closed on the negative, so generally. Yes, but the number of stocks that gain is more than the number of good stocks that gain are more than the number of stocks that lost. So that's the reason why we have it in that manner. Okay. So it's a mixed reaction in the market.
Okay, yes, I understand what you're saying now. Okay, so now, based on that, I can see why you're actually a professional stockbroker, Mr. Muhammed Jamiu Kayode. Yes, so so based on that, now we know that equity is the value of an investor's stock in a business or in a company. Also, we're aware of that. So now, how did investors, how did they quite feel about this negative reaction in the stock markets as at last week ending 22nd March?
It is normal when you see the value of your investment going down that you not be okay or you not be happy with it. And the reason for this is that, in the recent time, we had the MPC meeting. They increased the monetary policy rate. And if you see monetary market, there is inverse relationship between the money market and the capital market. So when you see the rate of one going up, it will affect the others. So when the monetary policy committee increase the MPR, so investor tends to run to that market and left our market, and that's the reason why you see our market has been on the losing streak for a while. So the market is starting to recuperate because of the fact that you can see the mixed reaction that happened. So this is our earnings seasons. So when you see earnings season, you see what I mean by earnings season. That's the period that listed companies are mandated to release their audited report for the year end. So the year end was supposed to be the year end. So the general year end for those listed companies is usually December. So they give them 3 months grace to release. So all the listed company, they should start to release their audited report now, which I believe is going to be good. And that is why the market is reacting to before they release the actual release of the market. So we only have 4 trading days in this week. So we should be expecting those listed companies to release their result from now till Thursday. So that's what I call earnings season. So that earnings season is the shock absorber that made our market not to be going down just the way it has been because of that monetary policy rate that has been increased during the monetary policy committee meeting.
Okay, thank you for that, Mr. Jamiu Kayode. Okay, yes. Okay, I also want to talk about the top 10 price gainers. As of last week, yeah, we had Julie Pharmacy, NEM Insurance, Jais Bank PLC, just to mention a few. Those are our top 10 price gainers last week. And before we also talk about the top 10 price decliners. Now, I know there's been a streak for Julie Pharmacy. At a point, they were always within the top 10 price gainers. And it seems pretty good because I'm quite sure investors in these top 10 price gainers want to continue keeping their shares there. And I'm sure more people also want to buy shares there. So what are your thoughts on this, Mr. Mohammed?
When you see some stock, let me firstly tell you today that any listed company that is in the market, yeah, the price of those stocks is a function of information around that company. Okay. Is a function of information around that company. When you have a good information around a particular stock, there is supposed to be a demand for it. So most investors go for this kind of stocks. So when you have lesser seller, you don't have enough seller, and you have more buyer, you see that the stock tends to move up. That's exactly what's happened to Julie. If you see what happened in pharmaceutical company for now, you see Glasgow, that is leader in the sector, has left the country. So we are in a situation whereby there is a concentration of fund in some of these companies. So information around Julie Pharmacy is the one that's making it to go off. If you see, Julie was trading below 50 kobo in a year ago. So now today, as we speak, it's trading above 7 naira. So it's because of the information around these stocks that is where they were being priced by investors.
Okay, and in addition, the top 10 price decliners, Julius Berger, Dar Communications, Dare Capital, MTN Nigeria, Royal Exchange, and PZ Cousins Nigeria Limited. So that's quite surprising, for these are our top 10 price decliners as of last week. So what are your thoughts on these companies?
Yes, those ones that you have seen that they are on the losing side. Yeah. The information around them is that they have gained recently. Okay. You know, as I said something the other day, there are information around those particular prices that you have seen. So outside that, we also have investors confidence, investors perception about that particular stock. When there is an information around the particular stock and this price starts to go up, and you see some people who are speculators, they feel they have made enough gain in this kind of listed companies, so they will tend to sell down to take their profit. Okay. I think that is what is happening in those stocks that you have mentioned around MTN, NEM Insurance,
Julius Berger,
PZ
Cousins Nigeria Limited.
It's not that they are doing bad. It's not that they are doing bad, but that is exactly what happened. Like in the case of Julius Berger came to the market to delist around 23 naira, but there are issues around it that the delisting is not being accepted by the regulator because of the fact that the price they are trying to delist, the stock is trading around 40 naira. You want to delete around 23 naira. So the regulator, in their wisdom, rejected such things. So such information can trigger some reaction from investor from dumping the stock. So that is exactly what happened in PZ. But all other stock in the case of NEM, MTN, is because they have gained substantially in the recent time. And that reason why the speculator feel that the stock are overpriced, or they feel that they've gained substantial profit from investing in those stocks, so they start to exit. And that reason why you see those stocks come down. It's not that they are really bad or there are bad news around them, to be specific.
Okay, so I know that trading has started this morning on the capital markets floor. Yes, companies are buying and selling. I'm very much aware of that. I'm quite sure you want to go back to continue your trading too. But I just want to say that, okay, looking at the trend last week, do you think it's also going to influence this this week's trading and selling, or buying and selling this week?
In a simple statement, I would say no. Okay. If you look at what I told you the other time, I told you the number of gainers are more than the number of losers. Yes. So in this kind of scenario, market should be positive, but market was negative. And I told you the reason for that is a particular stock, that's MTN, which is one of the high cap stock that pushed the market. It's lost. So it dragged the general performance, the index that measured the general performance, it dragged it down to a negative territory. So looking at that mixed reaction, I don't expect the market to replicate what happened last. So I expect the market to turn and move into the gaining territory. So because of the fact I told you, market is in any season. I've explained what any season means. Yes. So market is in any season. We have 4 days for those companies to release their result. And going by their audited report, we have not seen it, but the way to look at it is that they've given you the first quarter result, they've given you second quarter result, they've given you third quarter. Even by the way, if you average this third quarter and you see the performance, you can be able to predict what may likely be the outcome of audited report of those listed companies. And from what we had in third quarter, it is very good. They have a very good report. So we are expecting good report for audited report. So those information may likely trigger the market to close in the green, not in the red way it did last week.